we? Might be. It took a hot minute to think about it at the end there.
It says we're live on the Twitch page.
Okay, I think we are now.
Monitor is not tilted in a way where I can see what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's good, but it definitely did take a hot minute to think about it for some reason.
We here?
Hello?
Stream?
Please let me know if my voice is okay, because for those who are paying attention will see I have a new headset. And it shouldn't be using the microphone of the headset.
Audio.
It should be using my standard microphone. In theory, nothing should sound different.
It sounds the same.
Cool.
Good.
Good. We're good then.
We good.
Heck yeah. And do my socials and go retweet your tweet.
I'm building on your very good joke.
Hey!
You're very good off-stream joke.
Thank you.
It's also up for debate which way around it is.
I was going to say the same thing, as I will not clarify who is who.
No, I feel like it's better that way. Solid case can be made either way. Oh fuck, I keep forgetting how long this bitch is. Every time I open it, I'm like, okay, let's reread. Oh Jesus, I'm not rereading this whole thing. I think I am gonna have to reread this whole thing though. This will help me process my feelings. Music, you're going a little too hard. Strims? Yes! Strim is here.
Heck yeah! Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm retweeting that joke. Sorry.
Get off Twitter!
Sorry, I immediately got distracted by Twitter. Because
Twitter!
I scrolled down like 2 tweets and just saw 2 that were hilarious. One, I saw a apparent teaser for the second Sonic movie, so that's something.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I saw this hilarious Madagascar joke, which was the frickin' "You, hire mammal," but then it said, "Can you draw hands?" And it was an artist just going, hmm. You can follow me on Twitter and see it because I retweeted it. Hey,
Yes,
there we go, there's the plug.
Plug.
Speaking of plugs, I'm gonna plug a stream in this one place.
No chat. Me and Blue were already very chatty before stream started. Jesus Christ.
Yep. It's gonna be one of those.
Just woke up from a nap, so I'm doing great. Thoughts, head empty. I'm actually going to have to zoom this in. My eyes aren't helping today. I think it's time to make this actually look like something I have written. I fucking forgot my tattoo artist only wanted to listen to the Birthday Massacre today. I forgot how much the Birthday Massacre is good. Just the right amount of weird. All these dweebs! It's Krauser calling
Heck.
us dweebs
Ugh.
from his high pedestal directly below us.
God, I still have so many of these freaking cards littering my desk. I need to redeem some of these. Especially since they might actually expire because the game is being, like, redone.
Yeah.
So I actually need to use these.
How are we doing? We're doing good. I'm a little groggy because I just woke up from a nap, and I'm a little sore. Other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah, we were kind of chatty. We realised that's probably just because we haven't spoken in, like, a long-ass time.
Nope. Well, we warned you guys that I was going to become as Gremlin. Until art stream next week, and I did. My god, I did.
Sure did. I mean, I also became a gremlin because I just vanished as well. Simultaneous vanishing. Well, I might as well crack on with this warm up. I don't know what I'm going to draw, but I might as well get the warm up out of the way.
It will reveal itself. Kay's like, I haven't spoken to you in ages, Blue. Yeah, I've been dealing with this chuckle fuck.
I don't know how many times I have said this to so many people in the last month, but I have been so freaking busy.
You've been busy.
I have been ultra busy, and I'm only just starting to get out of that insanely busy bubble.
We're rehabilitating you.
I'm on the tail end of potentially not being as busy, maybe. And also the fact that all D&D is cancelled until the new year means that apparently we just don't speak to each other.
No.
My hope is that now that I'm theoretically, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be less busy, I will be online socially a little bit more. Hopefully.
Gremlin Squad.
Opening Twitter to look for your retweet made me realise that if all else fails and I can't get into Final Fantasy tomorrow, I can dust off Guild Wars. Because I've been getting free stuff for Guild Wars in the background.
Yeah. Final Fantasy is the only thing keeping some of us social this past week. Us. Gremlin Squad have never spoken to each other more.
I might be around to vibe tomorrow. We'll see.
He seems to be moving good speed. Endwalker came out, yes, I was right.
It's already 8:30. And keep in mind that we're obviously...
Oh, that's true, yeah.
We're Western Europe, so, you know, all of the rest of Europe, it's later for them, if, you know... Well,
it's 9:30 server time.
Yeah.
Gone down 3k in 45 minutes, started at 7. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that will be a massive chunk of people going, oh, it's 9:30, 10:30, whatever, and logging
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. Which is, I suppose, is a slight benefit of being in the West and not in the East.
Yeah.
Who knows, by the time we finish art stream, there might not even be a queue.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually.
Imagine that.
Final Fantasy is in my bad books at the moment.
Aww. Did he hurt your feelings?
Yeah!
Yoshi P!
I don't want to say too much because Kay is about to get to where I was.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
I have
forbidden.
Never. I think this is. I experienced in the course of about 4 hours a string of incredibly intense emotions that I have never experienced in any other media. And they all happened one after the other in huge intensity, and just don't know how me and Naren have been continuing on with our lives. Naren did that sequence and then went to work, and I was like, how did you do it? Because I literally couldn't sleep after I finished it. It was like, I was not good at work. Fun, Kay. See you there. It even feels. I don't know how to explain it. can
I mean,
possibly
you literally
express
can't. You literally can't.
Yeah. Can't for both spoilers reasons and also just because it's... Oh! HP has too much power. We need to stop him. The power that they have is too much. They know. They know that they have that power.
They do.
Did you carry out this new quest more or less than the one I wanted me to see? Less? Because there was a different emotional palette that would be less applicable to that. That's what I'll say.
Sure. Meanwhile, I'm here just like, maybe I should keep leveling my dancer so I can do it for MSQ.
Honestly, I've been depressing. That's not the right word. You know what I mean. Depressing, but the other way that word means.
Decompressing.
Decompressing. That's it. Fuck me. Brain not turned on yet. By leveling, Reaper.
Oh, how are you finding it?
I fucking love Reaper Blue.
I really want to play it.
Sage is on a different level. Sage. We're not going to talk about Sage.
Oh, okay.
Sage is unlike every other class in the game. It is also much harder than every other class in the game by orders of magnitude.
Oh.
It's the hardest class I've ever seen. Sage is a weird but a fun time, yeah. It's a good challenge. It's a challenge constantly. It's different. It works differently to every other healer, and I think honestly to every other class.
Cool. I'll probably never play it then.
Yeah, give it a go just to see what it's like, because they actually tried the intro quests for both classes are actually tutorials.
Oh, okay.
Which is nice. Please do that more. But Sage is a weird fun time. Honestly, just pick up Sage for the aesthetic. It looks incredible. Reaper is a lot of fun in that way that you find Dragoon fun, in that you can kind of just
press buttons that is lit
buttons.
up. Press button that is
and
lit
all
up.
of them look good.
Excellent. Yeah, that was kind of why I was going to play Reaper, because the Dragoon comparison was made a lot, and I was like, well, I like playing Dragoon, so I'm going to like
It's
Reaper.
the first like melee. I don't like melee DPS really. I love Dragoon. Not Dragoon. I love Reaper.
You'd probably like Dragoon if you leveled it up a bit.
I probably would, yeah. I'm just bad at being in melee DPS positions. I do love Reaper's aesthetic. Is
yeah.
me. It's my vibe.
I believe I am correct in assuming that even if I'm not able to play the story, I do still at least have to buy Endwalker to get Reaper.
Have access to the class, yeah.
So that's not going to happen for a while, because, yeah.
It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's another one of those classes though. It's so funny, like the intro. It's so not an Insignia class to the point of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a class that's for me.
Oh yeah.
You're doing the like, you know, in the intro quest. For those of you who don't know, who don't play, the intro quests for Final Fantasy classes are like very much like, this is the tone of the class. You know, this is the kind of ideals of it. It's like a proper introduction to it, both in the story and in mechanics. Reaper's is so like, it's kind of the Blood Hunter pitch. It's like we interact with the bad and get our souls dirty so that people don't have to.
Love it. I literally am picturing it like...
I adore that concept.
Yeah.
We both play Blood Hunters.
Well, obviously, we both do.
Yeah.
But when I first learned about Reaper and I was looking into it, I was literally thinking, I was like, oh, okay, so to look at the chat and use an example to hand, for Trudane, who has Paladin followed by Dark Knight, Exa could very easily have Dragoon followed by Reaper. It fits in with that. Yeah. So instead of...
If you were going to do a Fall from Grace, it'd be perfect. Like,
instead of Exa going
well.
from Dragoon to Dark Knight, I was kind of like, I don't quite see it, but in whatever, but Dragoon to Reaper can definitely
make sense.
Can definitely see. So currently, Extra's canon class. Even though I've picked up every class, her canon classes are very niche. She basically has Dragoon, and that's kind of it. She is a botanist canonically as well, but that's kind of it. But obviously, once I've gotten through the story and have gotten to play Reaper a little bit, we'll see what happens.
See.
I'm sure it probably will happen.
I agree, it makes sense.
Given the tone.
Given the tone. Yeah. Sage, on the other hand, like keeping it tone-wise, and bear in mind, I've only done the first quest for each class, so I literally can't spoil things for anyone. Sage is kind of the opposite. Before it came out, I distilled the classes down in this way. This is from just the pitch of them. Reaper is maybe I could never save anyone. Sage is I will save everyone. It is the kind of ultimate techno healer.
Nice. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I don't know why you were.
Yes, Das has gained access to the Forbidden Chat. Yeah, Feral Das is something we talk about a great deal in that channel. We talk about all of you.
I know.
Miss Peak, Realm Reborn, Feral Das. Very good. It was spicy. Yeah. The game handed me Dark Knight because it knew what I'd be like. That's very fair. Can't even. I've been trying to think, because I did think about like what Iphignia's like Fall from Grace class would be, because I think it's fun to do that kind of like storytelling with the game. I think it would also have to be Reaper. The jump makes less sense than like Grenade and Dark Knight, Exa Reaper. You know. That's Chandler somehow. I do love Dark Knight. I do love playing Dark Knight. Again, there's a lot of classes that I have on Iphignia that are for me. Red Mage, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, Reaper. Gunbreaker is probably the most... I haven't got Paladin. That'd probably be the most iffy tank, probably. When Ferrellin came back with a better understanding of myself, also he grew ears. Bunny boys, the bunny population of our FC has tripled.
I know.
I'm okay with this. There's no humans in our free company anymore, and I'm okay with that.
That's hilarious. I think that is amazing.
We have one Elizin. It's like the most humanoid. And that Elizin was recently a Lalafell. I've got Elizin, Lala, 3 Viera, Kote, 2 Lion Boys, 2 Ra. I think that's us. I think that's us. Am I the only Lala? Yeah, Kay, you're the only Lalafell, and Blue is the only Makoto. You have a monopoly on short people and cat people.
Hey! As should be.
I should acknowledge, by the way, because it's just kind of been unspoken, yes, I did get a tattoo today. She's there. She's just kind of on the edge of the vision.
Hell yeah. Look at that.
She's very cute.
Gorgeous.
I'll actually show it.
Yeah, you can tell us all about it.
Yeah, I will do.
Share
so
with the
this is
class.
her. Oh, I don't know if you can see.
Mwah.
She's a little red and sore.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little swollen. She's very, very pretty. My tattoo artist is a god. It says be gay, do crime. No, you probably can't read it on the camera, but I can read it very clearly in real life. It says, as best they can. Yeah, thank you for thinking it, Das. Yeah, my tattoo artist is called Bex Priest. She's incredible. And I sent her a very vague, very vague things, and somehow managed to pull this out of it,
Wow.
which is exactly what I wanted. It is a reference. Blue knows this, so I'm going to give this monologue for the class.
Go for it.
To this guy. This is Circe by Madeline Miller. It's my favorite book of all time. I also wrote my dissertation on it, as you might be able to tell.
It's a good book. If you haven't read it, then you need to read it. You can get it on Audible. That's how I
it goes on sale all the time, Circe, for some reason. But it also, if you enjoy this, you should also read Song of Achilles, because it's this but gayer.
Yes.
I love this book immensely. It really, and there's a section. Am I going to actually quote it like a pretentious bitch? Yes, I am.
Go on, go find it.
I know where it is. I have it on my flesh. I know exactly where it is.
Oh man, I may re-listen to that tomorrow.
So this is Circe. Sorry, I'm treating this book badly. Know that I have a hardback that I treat very well.
Yes.
This is aforementioned Circe. Very start of the book. She's talking to Prometheus before Prometheus is locked away. She has no idea what people are like, and asks Prometheus, and she brings him a bowl of ambrosia, of nectar, which is like the food of the gods, while he's imprisoned in her father's hall. And she asks him as follows: "You aided mortals," I said. "That is why you are punished. Diz, will you tell me what is a mortal like?" It was a child's question, but he nodded gravely. "There is no single answer. They are each different. The only thing they share is death. You know the word?" "I know it," I said, "but I do not understand." "No god can. Their bodies crumble and pass into earth. Their souls turn to cold smoke and fly to the underworld. There they eat nothing and drink nothing and feel no warmth. Everything they reach for slips from their grasp. Chill shivered across my skin. How do they bear it? As best they can. And that has got me through some shit. So she's here now. My tattoo artist, because she's incredible. These are all flowers that bear a lot of nectar. They're also, by sheer coincidence, all flowers that grow in my nan's garden.
Aww.
There's lavender, there's primrose, and there's sweet pea on here. And
That's amazing.
Because I would recommend getting your tattoos from witches. They all have properties attached as well, obviously. Lavender being the most obvious is calming. Yeah, it's this guy. It's a very special. All my tattoos are very special to me. So
Heck yeah.
that she got this one so right is incredible. It was also the easiest tattoo in the world. I was like, I'm just gonna like close my eyes and vibe for a second because I was like tired. It was a very painless tattoo. Yeah, it was a good spot, I think. This was the only slightly spicy bit, and she did it first, so.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, that's where the skin will be a little bit thinner.
It's because you feel it in here, that's why. Frog's been making a crochet gremlin. Wonderful. Sorry, I didn't see that because I was busy talking about my tattoos. Yeah.
Oh, look at her!
Yeah.
Love it. So cute.
Final Fantasy gremlins. But yeah, that's the elephant in the room. If you keep seeing at the corner of the camera, it's this guy. She's a little red. She's a little sore. He's gonna bruise like a bitch. I can see it. I'm watching it bruise in real time.
Oof.
I'm hyped. 2 weeks till mine. Yeah, Kay, me and Kay ended up booking tattoos at kind of the same time. I ended up talking to my tattoo artist about your tattoo, Kay.
Do you know what you're getting yet, Kay, or are you still leaving
He does
it?
not.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Update me on that.
I'm banging out tattoo 3 and 4 on the same day. Wild. Yeah. Find out on the day, yeah.
It's wild to me.
Yeah, we ended up, my tattoo artist really likes Pokemon. And it's really funny when you're in there because my tattoo artist is a very goth tattoo artist, as you can tell. She does all black work. And she shares she has the back studio, and she shares it with another one of her apprentices. And her side of the room is all like gorgeous goth tapestries, bundles of dried herbs, like very very that way. And then the other side of the room is like Pokemon. There's the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's all different colors. It's like Glinda and Elphaba in the same tattoo studio. It's so funny. But we ended up talking about Pokemon for a while. Thinks that Arcanine is a great choice for a favorite Pokemon.
Yes. Vindication.
Her least favorite Pokemon is a Trico.
Really? Aww.
For the same reason that mine is Pelipper, in that it's just kind of always been a bane. It's just always been a pain to catch or to deal with.
Fair enough. That's obviously early rival vengeance, that is, because you don't have to deal with a Trico very often. Except at the beginning of Ruby and Sapphire when you're rival.
So now old vengeance. Feeling bad because I asked her what her favourite is and I actually don't remember, but I do remember the Trico story.
It's a good thing that we've come onto Pokemon because it's random Pokemon time!
Oops, I yeeted my headphones.
Random Pokemon generator, what do we get? Flygon? Sure.
Oh, okay.
I'll try Flygon.
Boy, I had a Flygon in my Alpha Sapphire team and it was an absolute G.
Love Flygon. One of my faves.
Your first shiny was a Flygon. Mine was a Pelipper because the world hates me.
Mine was a Pidgey because I'm technically on brand.
Technically, my first shiny was the one I caught for you, Blue, on your Pokemon Go.
That's hilarious. I mean, everybody has the same story of like, technically my first shiny was the red Gyarados from Gold and Silver. Yeah, it doesn't count. I don't count.
I didn't play Gold and Silver.
That's because you're a child.
Hey. To be fair, I wasn't too young to play Gold and Sapphire. Gold and Silver. I just didn't.
I've told this
People
story.
around me was playing it, and I just didn't.
I've told this story several times, but technically my first shiny was a shiny Poochyena that I physically could not catch because the game had not
too early.
my game had not given me Pokeballs yet. But the first shiny that I caught was Pidgey, whom I still have, and I really need to transfer up. It's still chilling on a copy of Heart Gold.
Hey.
I need to transfer it up and get it into the modern gen. I don't know whether to level it up in Gold and Silver or transfer it and then level it. Probably be easier if I transfer it and level it. Because I already have a shiny Pidgey from Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that I practiced shiny chaining with. So yeah, so I have 2 shiny Pidgeys technically.
I find it amazing that with the amount of grinding I've done in Pokemon games in my life, that I've only encountered 1 shiny Pokemon.
That's pretty standard. It's only the modern games that have really upped the chances.
Yeah.
Like you can see, literally, it's like a little, big curve of as more generations, as the games come out, they make it easier to encounter shinies. Like the base rate is the same, but they implement strategies for you to lower that rate. So,
right.
so Dess's Flygon and my Pidgey will be like full odds. Classic OG 1 in 8,000 chance classic. Whereas, for example, the shiny Pidgey that I caught in Let's Go, because I was chaining and I had the shiny charm because I'd completed the entire game 100%, those odds would have gone down to like 1 in 300 from 1 in 8,000. So yeah, ridiculous.
throwback to when I was grinding for Salazzle. And I was like, what if I tried to get a shiny Salazzle though? Don't do that. It's hard enough trying to just get a female. I can't remember the name of the pre-evolution of Salazzle. What's the pre-evolution of Salazzle, Blue?
Salandit.
Salandit, yeah. Hard enough trying to get a female Salandit, let alone a shiny one.
Yeah.
It took me like a day of just whatchamacallit, horde grinding.
Yeah, horde grinding.
Just a full day on the same encounter. Just trying to get through. It's like one of those things of like, you either the first Salandit you encounter, either grind for a female Salandit and just get a shiny, and that's god tier, or you never see it.
Yeah. Shiny odds in Pokemon Let's Go EV, a full shiny chain with a shiny chart and a lure is 1 in 273, versus back in when I caught my original shiny Pidgey, which I believe is classified as Generation 5, which is the 1 in 8,000. 1 in 8,192. Oh no, Heart Gold Soul Silver is classed as Gen 4, that was Diamond and Pearl era.
Yeah.
So yeah. Apparently Gen 6 onwards, the shiny rate was just flat out halved. It was 1 in 4,000.
Oh damn!
From Gen 6 onwards.
That's still like a lot though.
Yeah, and
Like,
then they
still pretty slim.
Yeah, and then they introduced things like chaining the shiny charm, Dynamax adventures, things like that. Every generation basically started to introduce a way to make getting
Make it
shinies
slightly
easier.
easier.
And then of course there's this bugger, which is Pokemon Go, which arguably probably has the best shiny rate out of any Pokemon game ever.
Yeah.
The amount of shinies that you can get in this game is ridiculous, and you can now send them over to your Pokemon home. So
Yeah, shinies all around.
I have a shiny Cresselia. On this. I cannot wait to send it to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I can't yet because the home compatibility is not
Love
open yet.
Cresselia.
It was shiny Cresselia, and I want to send it to.
Who knows about my Cresselia woes? He was that. I loaded up my Alpha Sapphire and it all came back to me.
I saw you have the Vietnam flashbacks when you were at my flat. I loaded up mine.
The last one.
Yeah. I loaded up my game and I was like, it'd be so fucking funny if Cresselia was here now.
I would have. I honestly can't tell you how angry I would have been. It wouldn't have even been like funny. I think I actually would have been pissed.
Yeah, 1 in 64.
That's really
Double digits shiny rate
Yeah, that's wild.
from 4-digit shiny rates. That's how far we've come. So shinies are considerably less
Many
rare.
boys.
Considerably less rare these days. So yeah, I should really bring up that shiny Pidgey and level it up just because that's
Principle of it.
yeah, it is literally a trophy of like I caught this before being shiny was easy.
Yeah. Long time the only shiny I'd ever had was like from an event. It was like an event Arceus.
Mhm.
I think I still have that actually.
Yeah. So I think I found 2 shinies in X and Y, which I guess makes sense because X and Y is Gen 6 and thus has the slightly lower shiny
Yeah.
rate of 1 in 4,000.
Yeah, I think that's where I caught the Pelipper too.
Which is still very high.
It's either
but
in
I just,
Sun and Moon or...
yeah, it's still very high, but I just found them randomly during my playthrough, much like the Pidgey, just randomly out there. It was a shiny Bellsprout and a shiny Shelmet. Still got them. They're on the Switch.
Draw your Flygon. 9 PM, draw your Flygon.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
I have also got shiny Flygon. Thanks, Pokemon Go.
You.
Again, I could send it over to my Switch if I wanted.
Flygon was part of my my very good Alpha Sapphire team. Boy. Grinding the Elite Four to get my Blaziken to 100 with that Flygon. Dragon Leader, get shit.
I still want my Eevee.
Yep.
Anybody who was in the post game in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, let me know because I want an Eevee, please.
Eevee. Eevee.
I want an Eevee. I want a Leafeon on my team, and I want it before I hit the water gym.
I'll listen to. I'm very picky with music today. Is go on my heart.
Oh, is it scream time already? Let's go deal with that. Oh my god, wireless headphones! Wireless headphones!
The future is now, thanks to science.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she is. Welcome. Why do you scream? You don't know why you scream, do you?
No.
Because
No, she
you're a spoilt child who has fresh food and water and a warm bed and people who will love you and give you cuddles, and you still just scream. Go sit on the chair. Oh, of course, cool. Yeah, I'll just do 151 trades. If someone can trade me all 151 Pokemon, they can just trade me the
They
Eevee!
can probably trade me an Eevee.
They can just trade me the Eevee! Yeah, but cool. I'm already at the point in the game where I've like got to the town that has the daycare. So, if that's a concern for me, I can just breed another Eevee. If I want myself to be the OT. Obviously, that means that the Eevee has to be female, but if somebody's in the post game, in theory, they can do the same. They can breed a specific one.
There she is.
She literally walked out the room to go scream some more.
Screamed.
Listen here, you.
Madam.
She literally saw me walk through the door and went, oh shit, fuck, and ran into the living room. She knows it's naughty.
She knows what she's doing. I need to know that I'm rereading this with. I'm like that Squidward thing. A future.
Curse knowledge.
What have I done? Final Fantasy 14's a fun game. You should play.
Yeah.
No long-term detriments. Future knowledge means you can make it worse, and you should. I've already said to Blue that this will have staying power because I will be able to subtly imbue it with knowledge, curse knowledge.
Yep.
It was already true, but has become more true. Become more true.
There's something about you, baby. So right.
I wouldn't be able to not imbue it with cursed future knowledge either. I'm just, I can't stop.
When they implement being able to send things from home to Brilliant Diamond, I'm curious to know if and what the limit of that might be, because Lord knows I am very tempted if I can send Cresselia, that shiny Cresselia, from my phone to my Switch to my Brilliant Diamond. Can I just do a shiny Cresselia run? I'm like, screw it. Friendship with Piplup has ended. Cresselia is now my starter.
Friendship with Curls has ended. Shiny Cresselia is your starter.
Would you feel better if I gave you one of my Cresselias?
No!
I
don't
have,
need your pity.
I have
need
multiple Pokemon Go Cresselias.
Fuck off.
It's not my fault that Pokemon Go makes everything so much easier.
I've never done anything easy in my life. I don't intend to start now.
I mean, when I beat the post game in my current run of Brilliant Diamond, I can go get Cresselia anyway. From
Spare me your pity, Cresselia.
new, wake up, gang! The new Twitter group just dropped.
Well, that's happening now. It's happening. Sorry to other people in this Twitter chat. Oh god. I'm gonna have to look up how to actually spell Cresselia.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! This is Pokemon
No,
Go for
I don't
you.
want to.
This is Pokemon Go for you. My screen won't show it, so you. Oh, there we go. Look at this. There's
I'm not looking.
three regular Cresselia and 2 shiny ones. So one is going to live here in my Pokemon Go, and one is going onto my console because I have 2 of them.
God, did I spell Cresselia right off the bat? I can't spell, like, necessary, but I can spell Cresselia.
I can never spell necessary. Yeah. One is a 3-star, one is a 2-star, so the 2-star one is being sent up.
Appreciate, Das, that you've done it, but... capitalize it correctly.
Oh. Speaking of, a wild Trapinch. Excuse me.
It's a title, it has to be properly capitalized.
Yeah, there's a
Literally catching a trap inch as we speak.
There's a micro dragon event on.
Yeah.
Dratini and Trapinch are spawning more frequently, all of which you can get shiny versions of if you're lucky. Yes, Drudagon. I already caught one, not shiny.
Roasted.
Yep, you got me. Like I said, I didn't know what to draw tonight, so I'm happy just to vibe with Flygon. Hello? Doing more printer things.
Chat, you're in for a treat. Some weird printer noises.
It's just printer! They're not weird printer noises, they're just the noises a printer makes.
Not weird printer noises on your end. Through a mic, they're weird printer noises.
Fair enough.
Printer ASMR.
Mwah. Good night. Said he has already been screaming. Meh.
Asking me to remember the continuity of my own D&D campaign is truly asking too much of me. I don't remember when you guys fought Edmund. You don't.
Best guess would be to look back through my session notes and see what the date of the Google Doc is.
Yeah. Or search whatever spirity chat you guys have for the name Edmund. Can't be a year ago, no way. It was earlier this year. I seem to recall it was before a break, but I think it wasn't. I don't think it was end of year break. I think it was a me needing to do things break. Still would have been a year ago.
Oh god,
this year.
Oh god, why did I never used to name things?
Yeah, don't bother looking. Don't bother looking. Have easier ways.
Oh, I'm guessing it's this one, session 101. Session 100. It was session 100, wasn't it?
Yes.
Session 100, created 14th of January.
That was start of the year. That's how we started.
Yeah. The session before it, which was session 99, the Google Doc was created on the 3rd of December. So, yeah.
A year ago. 15th of January 2021, Dasabi did over 400 damage to him.
Yeah, that was the day after he was doing the post-game
True.
calculation.
Yeah. There are things you gotta do to make a boss fight happen.
You do with this party.
The damage output of the Okar party is disgusting. Feel bad for health padding, but then I don't.
Not when it's us.
When it's you guys, the damage output is fucking insane.
We
I
are
want something to be a challenge for you guys. I have to at least double its health.
Yeah. Look, we are a party of experienced players who have made 4 very well optimized characters. It is to be expected that
And I'm a baby DM.
It is expected that you will have to compensate for that.
God, I do. Only gonna get tougher from here, boys.
Yep.
Look, since I started writing Okar, I have I'm watching Brendan Lee Mulligan DM, and I know I can get away with a lot more than I do. I have seen truly what the extent of what you can throw at players and still have them live pretty comfy. So, even with bad rolls. We could kill a pit lord, I believe that. Quote the great Matthew Mercer. There are other ways.
Yeah.
There are other ways of taking care of you than hit points.
Yeah. That is one of the things that, like, if you play D&D for a long amount of time, you realise after a while that it's like, there is a lot more to it than just the numbers.
Yeah. Damage is nothing at the end of the day. The spiciest, like, I gotta stop saying that. Annie. Closest calls I've ever seen were all to do with stats effects. It was the fight I watched where someone got power word stunned and couldn't make the save.
Oof. Yikes.
You know, those are the fights that are spicy.
Mm. Yeah, the most memorable fights that stick out are always the ones that have something else going on with them.
Yeah, 100%.
Whether it's, you know, literally anything, if it's just like, oh, there's something funky up with the terrain, you know, there's an NPC.
I'm trying to get better with terrain.
There's an NPC you've got to protect, or, you know, one of the party members is incapacitated because they have to do a thing that they have to focus on. Just anything that mixes it up. Yeah. Which I'm hoping comes through on the project I've been working on. Because I literally wrote that in some of my footnotes when I was doing edits with the writer. I literally put things like, I want to do this to keep it spicy. Literally taking it from you. was like, let's make it let's make it this, just so it's a bit different from the last one.
Thinking about like that in D&D, because I watch a lot of D&D shows. That's true of them. Like, craziest fight I think I've in like 2 crazy fights come to mind. One of which is on a moving airship, an airship moving very quickly. So there was a bunch of like terrain and lair actiony things to do with the ship, with terrain. And the other one, they were trying to do a ritual while also doing a boss fight. You know.
Yeah, Blood and Sand Crew know how that is. Trying to do a ritual while a fight's going on. It's stressful.
I just literally just mentioned it.
Hey, there you go.
Cross Season 1 finale is a prime example of spicy terrain and secondary objective. I 100% agree.
Yeah, I honestly, when I saw that, that was literally how I wanted like my final boss to sort of be in my homebrew campaign. Of like, I want it to be in an arena which is just broken into blocks, and every turn those blocks of terrain are floating and moving around with the players on them. I want to do that.
Gotta watch Unsleeping City together.
I know we do. We're going to in the new year.
Yes. Without giving any context for this, the physical battle map for the final fight of Unsleeping City Season 1 was in 4 sections, rotated every round.
Nice.
Physically rotated on the table.
That's how I would do it. That's how I would want to do mine. Hello, Naren, and thank you for subbing.
Hello, Naren.
Lovely to see you. That's how I want to do, how I was envisioning mine. I was literally imagining like a disc that I would just every turn.
It was basically like a theatre turntable, like it.
Oof.
Craziest shit I've ever seen. I'm always a little bit biased though, because as someone who played Glory for 5 years, I'm like, I don't want to do any boss fight where you have to fly.
That's a fair point, I suppose. But you see, at least in my homebrew campaign, I got away with the fact that because it was so heavily based on dragons and there were good and bad dragons, that my envision is that basically every party member has a dragon to fly on. That's how I compensated for that.
Up, Naren. I hope I didn't summon you, bud. Message Naren very briefly. Like one of those tables at Chinese restaurants with the spinny bit in the middle? Exactly that.
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like IRL definitely takes the lead over computer, because trying to replicate
annoying
that,
in Roll20,
it would be really irritating to try and manage, and like both for the DM and for the players, I think.
Yeah. I think there would probably be ways to do it. Would be easier. I've learned my lesson with annoying Roll20 battle maps. the cradle. Never run an encounter that runs across multiple Roll20 maps. Just make your Roll20 map massive.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistake.
I am always in favour of maps
make
being
all the floors
big.
of the said tower look the same. Do that. Cradle was great. Cradle was great. It was a pain to run.
That's the difference.
Cradle was fun because you guys made it harder for yourselves.
We're good at that.
In chat, throw like just this is a place you gotta deal with in some capacity, like a structure, and watch your players come up with the most batshit ridiculous way to break into that place, no matter how many ways you think. Freaking soup, very nice.
I also had soup for dinner.
I did not. Cradle was fun. I think like big bases can be fun. D&D. Just having. It's a dungeon, right? Basically, is what it is.
Yeah, big maps are always fun, especially when they're like set pieces. Like I guess if every map is huge, then it makes everything.
Yeah, it takes some of it off.
It makes everything take too long and everything lasts forever. But when you've got like big set piece box fights, having massive maps where it's like, oh, there's so much we can play with here.
Wasn't that batshit, was it? I was running 2 different encounters at a certain point. We're on the third floor in one, solving a puzzle and running an encounter at the same time, and then these chuckle fucks were the floor down running a separate encounter. We're on different maps.
I like to think our encounter was very run-of-the-mill. Paladin runs in and says, right, you get one chance, and then I follow in behind him and said, I don't do second chances, smash.
Then you went up to the second floor and did have a fight. Mine really an encounter? Okay, just because you had 85 summoned things and managed to, like, essentially kite the entire encounter doesn't mean it was not an encounter.
Encounter is not the same as combat. This is like lesson number 1.
Just because I was losing doesn't mean it was not an encounter. It was just me being a gremlin. That's just you, okay?
Yeah, that's just you, bud.
Really, like, would like sympathy from other DMs in chat that one of my players worked out how to play a summoner in D&D. Not as a Circle of Shepherds druid.
Yeah, and not a druid,
as
by
an
the way.
artificer.
Yeah. Because, you know, now that I mean, druids could be summoners anyway, but now that there's Circle of Shepherd, it's like encouraged.
Jeez. No, you meant to put crowd control, okay? But all about that crown control is also very funny in the context of a card.
That is pretty funny.
About that crown control. Counter is an obstacle, combat is simply an option, yeah.
That's it, you boil down Okart to its base components.
Kills, you have no sympathy from me. Cracks out an artificer for Daston's next campaign.
One day I will get to play a Circle of the Shepherd druid, and whichever poor DM that it is,
Geese.
I will make them cry.
Oh my god. Pull the full Brennan though. Have you seen the extended version of the geese thing?
I haven't seen the extended version, no, I've seen the
I've watched the 7. I will tell you that he made Erika Ishii roll for the geese.
Yes.
It was like, literally like, okay, you're gonna roll 18 attacks and we're gonna come back to you.
We're gonna come back
I am not sitting here while you roll 18 attacks.
That's the best way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah. Then to be fair, Dimension 20's been unlucky. Brennan's been unlucky because he's had 2 Circle of Shepherd druids, because Kargrash is also a Circle of Shepherd druid.
The thing is that because 5e is
Kargrash
based...
only summoned rats.
Because 5e is based heavily on action economy, the moment that there is a quote-unquote summoner class, it is very strong.
Oh yeah.
Because even if
just a pain to run,
yeah.
like it's that's the payoff to it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why in other games that I'm playing, the DM has literally been like, you guys are not allowed to take summoning spells. Like, you're not allowed to do it because it makes combat take too long. And I'm like, yeah, it does.
Fair.
Very fair. Which is why if I did play the Circle of the Shepherd Druid, I would literally just say to the DM, like, look, this is the playstyle I am planning on going for. I am planning on having, like, 10 things on the board at once. Are you okay to deal with that?
It's about 0, I have no fears. Honestly, Zal is kind of the same for me. It's like, as long as the player is willing to be like, okay, then you're going to deal with that, you've got to be ready.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting.
Yeah. It's one of those things where online is potentially better.
Easier.
Because if you're smart and you, like, look up how, you can literally actually write a macro.
Yeah.
For one of these spells and be like, you know, I cast summon creatures at X level, which gives me 10 wolves, and then it's like, cool, macro to roll 20 d20s.
20, yeah. Have you worked out what you're doing there and while you wait for the others? Yeah, for sure. And it would definitely be one of those ones where if I had a new player, I'd be like, don't.
Yeah, would not recommend for new players. It would be very funny to do at a table, though, because how I would do it is I would get one of those dice rolling cups. And
just do.
how I would do it is basically I would get like.
Do you think you actually own like?
I own enough
18 attacks with advantage. That's what's 2 times 18. My brain.
Well, this thing how I would do it is
36.
How I would do it is it would be something where I would be like, you know, DM, just let me do it. Leave me for a minute. Tell me what number I need to roll, and I would roll like each attack with advantage. So I'd be like, roll, that's a hit. Roll, that's a hit. Roll, that's a hit. And every
time,
every time
keeping a tally.
Every time it's a hit, I would put the damage dice in the cup and every time it's a miss, I wouldn't. So I'm then left with a cup full, and I'm like, this is the damage. Roll the whole cup.
No, just add this set number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Erica ended up doing it, to be fair.
I think that's the best way to do it at a table.
Yeah, that's why Erica ended up doing it in 7. Cug was a bit different because he had 2 different summons. He had conjure animals, but he also had a specific rat summon that was from an item. It was different and not a concentration.
Nice.
Mining crystals to sell for all the crafting players. I've gotta love my right and left hand of the FC because they always find money rackets. Naren and Kay always find some way to make money in Final Fantasy. Speed. Yeah, like, yeah, summoners. I think that as well, because Brennan always ends up with a whole party who can summon familiars. Because, like, it kind of happened in Crown of Candy. Like, one player will have a familiar and everyone's like, oh, that's really useful. And then everyone takes either Magic Initiate or a level of something, or when they get to Rogue, they take Arcane Trickster or whatever, and everyone just ends up with a familiar. It's like, how do I make you not have advantage on this roll? Hey, I need to have more familiars on my classes, clearly. Literally never done it. Even kid, I play a wizard and I don't have a familiar.
Circle of the Shepherd, Beastmaster Ranger.
Oh my god.
Summon 8 wolves, Wolf Companion, V-shape into wolf, 10 attacks, pack tactics.
Ah!
Go. That is my plot for the Wolf Druid.
God.
I want to do it someday.
Insane.
I know I'm insane. That's what I said. If ever a druid, a DM lets me do it, I will just tell him, like, look, this is my plan on what I am going to do. This is my strat for almost every encounter. And because they're Circle of the Shepherd, they're all buffed.
To run like a Battle for Beyond style game and just let everyone bring their crazy meta builds that they've always wanted to play.
Yeah. Like, in my brain, I think it works. It may end up not working at all.
It might suck, but there's only one way to find out. Oh, I'm praying for that. I am thinking about now what Kydra's familiar would be, and I actually don't have an answer.
There's also the very fun meta topic of, like, if I've got a pack of 10 wolves, technically, does the enemy have to roll to work out which wolf is me?
Oh my god.
There's 10 wolves there, and you're being sworn by them. Which one's the druid? Don't know.
Really? There's just like a fighter or something, like, can I be in melee? Like to be in melee, please. Can this wolf just scooch?
No, that's the case where the fighter looks over at the snarling, just screaming pile of fur and goes, they're alright.
They'll be fine.
They've got it.
Fighter's trying to slide in the queue. To be fair, it's a fighter, they're just like, give me a bow. I see how this is going.
Congratulations, we've recreated Tyler and Thane again. They're fine. They've got it under control.
Thane, in any fight, looks at Tala, I'm gonna walk over there. Same brain.
We're the same people.
Credit to the Oatkar party, you've made like a balance that is just...
It's not balanced at all.
Disgusting.
How dare you even say that? It's not balanced in the slightest.
Sorry, not a balance. A party comp that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Basically got like 2 semi-tanks, or if not full tanks, one of which is a paladin. Got 2 supports who can also do crazy DPS.
What it basically
Plus a
boils,
summoner.
what it basically boils down to is we all try to play different roles, but we're all also DPS.
Don't blame me, blame Artificer changes. This was my real mistake. My real mistake in Oakheart was letting people use Unearthed Arcana. I just wanted a gun.
I just wanted a gun.
But you started it, you came into this being like, I just want to play a gunslinger, and now you're a summoner. It's probably the most tank you can get, yeah. The only thing I haven't played in D&D now is a healer.
Tala isn't even a tank, she's just a willing damage sponge.
Yeah, well she's got a pretty meaty health pool. She's not like proper tanky, but she's she's a problem.
She can take hits and is very willing to take them. She doesn't shy away from combat.
Usually she takes most hits to herself.
Yes. This is a given.
Bloodhunter curse of like, the only damage I took this combat was me.
Stuff needs to stop eating me.
I'm trying to stop you in ways that aren't hit points.
It is bad for their digestion.
Would be considered a bruiser. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the only I've played a pure spellcaster. I've played ranged DPS. Played a tank. The only thing I haven't played in D now is a pure healer.
Kind of the same actually.
Didn't really play a cleric for Pop, to be fair.
I mean, Kiku, as we know, was originally going to be a celestial warlock, so that would have also made her healer. But then
I do have a heal, but
story happened.
Matt and Curls getting the savage character eaten so they can be stopped for all of 5 seconds. This is a more ubiquitous DMing experience because Brennan also does it. It's like, I can't physically stop this person, so I'm gonna just put them in a corner.
I love that that's a universal problem.
It's like, you are an issue. I just need to put you over here.
You're going into timeout for a bit.
Yeah. Punishment. In timeout, we need to all stop having the same thoughts at the same time, please.
Costa is exceptionally strong tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Dope.
I need a hot drink. When I come back, I'm gonna actually put my mind to writing, because I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Enjoy Blue Company.
'Tis me.
And
again, I think part of it boils down to as well because we're all such experienced players that we're all down to try new things, which is why we end up with these characters that don't necessarily have a specific role or fit multiple roles because we're all trying new stuff. Let's turn that off. There we go. Let me double check for you real quickly because I have the player's handbook to hand. Twin spell. The first line is when you cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range of self, it is specifically specified. So there you go. That is that. Specifically says you cannot use twin spell on a self. Yeah, distance spell doesn't combo with self. It just increases the range, and if it's touch, then it extends it to 30 feet, but it doesn't change it to not be self because self is a specific categorization of spell. So yeah, Des is right. It straight up cannot happen. There doesn't appear to be anything that can negate the self parameter of a spell. Yeah, if the druid could also cast Mirror Image while in wolf shape, which would require a higher level of druid anyway, because I don't know if it would carry over after you beast shape. That's another thing that would have to be looked up in wording. Yeah, it would be a case of like, well, which of the 10 wolves do you hit? That one. Oh, okay, it is actually the druid. Now you gotta roll a d20 to see if you actually hit. Fun ways to break D&D. I'm thinking maybe instead of starting something new, because I still don't really know what to draw, I may just tinker away with pre-existing picture. when Curls gets back, I will probably also take my turn to go get a hot drink because I am craving a cup of tea. Nice, Des. One sec, gang, I'm doing something that is important. This might take me a moment. Oh, come on, Twitter, don't do me dirty like that. Oh, come on, that was working before. God damn it, I'm going to have to do this the long way around. God damn it, I was trying to be funny. Hang on. Gotta frickin' edit it. Let's see if Twitter likes that instead. There we go. There we go. I had to crop it manually because apparently Twitter didn't like it. Hallam Forecast notices immediately. Shall we say immediately?
It was a bit of a giveaway that I came into Das saying I see you doing to the group chat, so
Fair.
I don't know what you've done, but I see it's not on Discord, so I'm assuming it's Twitter.
It wasn't working, but I fixed it before you got back.
What have you done to my group chat?
Your group chat?
Yes. Heard me. It doesn't like anything? That's true. You crap, and I love you. Well done, Fluff. Hey, why is this a game about annoying me now? Hang on a minute.
Because we all take it in turns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while I was away, not to bring this back up again, but my tattoo artist actually posted
Hey.
a picture of my tattoo, which I will link in chat so that you can
Yes.
really give attention to the person who did this, because I just sat here for this. It's a much better picture of Hey Kay, have fun.
It's funny how have fun can sound a lot like suffer.
Have fun can sound like fuck you. Link, there we go. Go chat. Oh Jesus, I looked at, sorted that on that screen, looked at my Discord on my left, and it's just like 8 messages. What just happened?
Oh boy.
Ah. Separate bad things at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna do some writing, because I'm in the mood for it, and I'm still rereading.
Dang.
This bitch is long. I'm gonna zone in for a sec.
Cool. I am gonna very quickly do these last few touches on Flygon, and then I'm gonna call Flygon done. And I'm gonna make a cup of tea. And because I still don't know what to draw, I think I'm just gonna go back and find an old piece to fill with.
You'll be proud of me, by the way, Blue, because I accidentally made caffeinated coffee and I poured it out and made a decaf.
Hey, that's growth. Okay. Cup of tea time.
actual effect and the physical look of the ability isn't what I'm describing right now. It's kind of just like the aesthetic. But you could argue that's also just the aesthetic of Astro. I'm talking about Neutral Sect, for those that know. It's the one that gives me the, like, orbital rings. Have you ever seen me do that? Exactly, Das gets it. Sand this, let her not have access to it, but use it and massively ectherically tax her. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But I'm not actually describing the ability of Neutral Sect. It's just more a what I imagine using Astro abilities feels like is you're making world and fate revolve around you. Very literally. Neutral Sect, I think, is just the literal look of that. That is essentially what you're doing as an Astro. You are pulling on the inherent etheric quality of stars to end fate, the world around you. Which is sick. And it's why I wanted to play Astro in the first place. Fate weavy kind of aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Discord, I shouldn't have opened Discord. Close it. Did Kay go through the exact same panic that I went through at this point? Very validating.
Looking references.
Hey, Besso.
Hey, Besso. How you doing, bud? How's the arm? I imagine it hurts a lot. It's probably a bit of a stupid question, but you know what I mean. I'm concerned.
It hurts.
Where's my layer clip? Interesting.
Everything hurts, but I'll survive. That's the spirit. There's a player in FF right now called Anakin Skywonky. So Final Fantasy XIV players continue to be my heart and soul.
Perhaps if I'm on the right pen. There we go. Okay, so it still won't work.
They're not getting me for as long as the song's on. Be right back.
Always love getting a random hello from Kirok. Looking for feathers for Ix, and there's just a harpy eagle in the image search.
Random hello from
hey,
Kira.
friend.
That's such a sweet way of putting it.
curse my indecision. Never, even though Ix has her feathers, I never specifically picked a type of bird. And now I'm looking through to see if there is any particular one that grasps me, or if I am just going to make it up.
Make it up, do it.
I'm probably going to make it up.
Get out.
Because nothing is immediately grasping me.
Why are you going to spend the whole stream looking at pictures of birds? Facts.
Mainly looking at the feathers. But occasionally there's just a picture of a bird.
Facts, strike again. Can I just say I love that bird facts has become like a thing in the D&D community? Like, in the streaming D&D community is like a running meme, which is very funny. It's just that Brendan Lee Mulligan knows a lot about birds. That's what happens when you win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Add to anyone in chat who didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember that blew my mind when I learned it. I was like, excuse me?
You didn't win, but you won a lot of money. It came up again on Battle for Beyond, because he was like, gonna swoop in like a peregrine falcon, and Bria right next to him was just like, fucking bird facts again.
Bird facts.
with this man and his bird facts.
You have to learn some good bird facts so that if I ever have the luck of meeting him in real life, we can exchange bird facts.
Exchange bird facts, yeah. Would love, I don't know if you'd like his character, but you'd love his build for Brennan's Battle for Beyond character.
Mm-hmm.
He's I don't know if I've told you this, but he's a feral tiefling, Hexblade, Warlock, Oathbreaker Paladin multi-class.
Oh wow.
The Lance.
A lance. Oh wow. That's taking a lance is always a very specific choice in D&D.
It's very your playstyle. It's like, I'm up in the air and I'm gonna dive bomb my lance.
Ah, so Tion, but with a lance instead of a spear.
Tion with a lance and hex and reliable smite.
Mad
It's
man.
disgusting. I've never seen so many damage dice in my life. Say that as if I'm not gonna take rogue on Pox, but need to buy a lance for mounted charge on me, and you can. I've seen a few builds of this recently, and without just combatant gets rough. You can always take more hits than you mount. I've just remembered that I need to. I'm sorry, I need to do. I mean, for the aesthetic. That's fine. Battle for Beyond. That party, if you can call it a party, it's not really a party, but we got. I talked about this before on stream, Blue.
Don't think so.
Okay. Battle for Beyond, if people aren't watching, is a show that D&D Beyond are doing on YouTube right now. With a bunch of like D&D fucking big names. It's literally a competition at the end of time. Prize is to rewrite one thing from your past.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got Brendan Mulligan, who I mentioned is Le Horny Boy. His name is Cash? Yeah. Horniest D&D character I've ever seen. And that's saying something.
It's quite a feat, really.
Yeah. Bria is playing a Circle of Stars druid.
Yes.
Which is ridiculous. Between McAdams is playing a Master. Battlemaster Triton. There's a person who's a player. I don't remember the name of the player, unfortunately, but she's playing a life cleric. And then there's Boy the wizard who likes to get in melee. Icon. Then oh my god, what is Erica playing? He's also a multi-class, I feel. Aasimar Warlock something. I can't remember. Hang on. Erica. Flame. Can't find it. Emma Fife, that's her name. There's Lenore, that's her name. Is interesting. And Leela, oh my god, what is name? Class even. I think she's a warlock. My brain keeps saying sorcerer, but I think I might be getting her mixed up.
When's Strixhaven out? Is that out this week?
Now, isn't it?
Is it out now?
Is it right now?
I might quickly throw that out to my family in that case and just be like, hey, you keep asking me what I want for
I'm literally on the battlefield. I'm literally on D&D Beyond right now, and there's a notification on the top about it. Hang on, let me just look at that.
They keep just being like, hey, you keep asking me what I want for Christmas. Get me this book.
Strixhaven, I believe, is out.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy it on here, so I'm assuming it's out.
That means there's new class options available that we don't know about yet.
Ah, more fucking characters for us to make.
Yes!
This came out today, right? Yeah, I think so.
It's out today. Oh.
I need you to know, Blue, that somewhere deep in this many pages of story that I'm running for you, I have made an astrologian pun.
Excellent.
You may never see it or get it,
Fair
but
enough.
it's there for me.
You have rights, it's fine.
I do have rights. Ow. That really hurt.
I think about Ix, I just smile at the fact that she literally came into existence out of spite because somebody somewhere once said that a Kobold Barbarian was the worst possible race class combo that you could make, and I took that personally.
The best reason to do anything is spite.
Oh, cool!
Thank you for the subs.
Gifting subs! Cool, you're always gifting so many subs. It's very kind of you, thank you very much.
I always think the best characters come out of the, like, what is the worst combo to do? That's how we got Scanlan.
That's true.
And Regal was like, what's the worst race and class play? Like, what is the most annoying race and class to play? And Liam O'Brien was like, probably, like, Gnome and probably Bard.
Yeah, probably a Gnome Bard, and then history happened.
We got Scanlan. We got Scanlan Shorthole out of that.
9 subs at the moment. I think that's my new record.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, all of you. It's very kind. I feel like I obviously have to remind you all, you are under no obligation to sub to me.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate it, but you don't have to. Not that anybody said, but if anybody's wondering why there hasn't been any TCG streams, it's because it's been... One, I've been busy, but one, it's November/December. Not the time of year to be hugely splashing out on things. Who knows, maybe in the new year we will have some TCG stuffs. Excuse me.
Meanwhile, in the imperial city of Garlemald. No, that's a joke.
Oh dear.
It's a joke.
It's a joke that some of us take personally.
Embook is really fun.
I wouldn't know. I actually got asked at work if I'd been playing Endwalker and I straight up laughed.
With what time? Das and Kay are both going through a lot right now, but separately.
Aww.
I just keep seeing bloop, 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 bloop in my messages. They just alternate.
They're going through a lot. No,
They're going through a lot.
I just explained at work, I was like, I'm not actually up to date on Final Fantasy, so even if I'd bought the game, I couldn't play it, so I just haven't.
Yeah. Endwalker is really fun. I can see there's a lot. Don't even play the game. Endwalker is legitimately very fun. It's just also traumatic.
What's the Eldorado quote? On the one hand, gold, treasure. On the other hand, crippling pain and agony.
That's it. That's Endwalker. It's every bird coming to roost once, good and bad.
Yeah. I explained at work, I was like, people are excited about this because there is stuff that, it is the end, there is stuff that was written like almost 10 years ago at this point, which is now being paid off.
It sure is. What the fuck, game?
Yoshi P really rocked up to Square Enix and just went, I'm gonna show you how to make a fucking game.
Give me your fucking lunch money. Give me your fucking lunch money and I'll show you what to do with it. I need to learn the name of the Shadowbringers and Endwalker rider, what her name is. Hang on. Because she deserves to be in the pantheon of Yoshi P. Soken. She is fucking... Natsuko, that's her name. Natsuko Ishikawa. She is fucking like she knows the right combination of pressure points for every human emotion. Like she just goes and it's just like ah. Fuck, I forgot how long the DPS queue is.
Now I'm doing all of these stripes on these feathers. It's just starting to remind me of a chocolate bar, and I can't remember which one specifically, but I am being reminded
I get that too.
I am being reminded of a chocolate bar. Literally, I think there is a chocolate bar that is like stripes of milk and white chocolate, and I can't remember what it is.
It really bothered me now too. Thank you for dragging me down. Not content to let it torment you alone.
Nope.
Fuck, that's really bothering me.
A
Is it a
burden
chocolate bar or
shared-
is it like biscuits?
Maybe it's a biscuit. A burn shared is burn half, remember? Maybe it's a biscuit. Maybe it's
Like
maybe,
a Fox's?
Is it a chocolate biscuit with like white chocolate striping on it?
Fox's?
Googling biscuits.
A bit more British than we have been right now. Some bread like that? Me too.
Fox's biscuit selection. Oh yeah, that's probably the closest one. They've got a white chocolate biscuit that's drizzled with milk chocolate, which I suppose is just the same but inverted.
Frog update? It's signed, so it must be finished.
Ooh.
That's great.
Look at him.
Let's do a podcast with Kels just talking about the joy of Shadowbringers. I'm in for that.
Look at that. It's so gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That texture in the back.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The fuck? Big fan of this color palette in general, but like, holy shit. Yeah.
Love it. It's good shit right there.
Love that Puxel, antenna, and those little front hairpiece are similar.
Mm.
Insane, Frog.
This
That's
is
insane.
It is absolutely ridiculous. Excuse me. Goodness.
That part of the stream where I have to look up the cutscene. I'm trying to work out how to do this narratively. I need it to be brutal.
Besso found the woo! Hello! Hello! Good thing I came back to this because there's like a bit of shading that I just straight up like didn't finish. I'll have to look it up later.
Lala in my party named Lala Darkfell.
Amazing. Because if you tell the
I've
story...
put everyone's names to initials to help my rendering times, and I miss it so much. I need everyone's names back because they're so dumb.
Did you tell anybody the story of the Lala that we met when we did that
Oh
run?
my god, I haven't. Last time me and Blue played Final Fantasy together, before Endwalker came out. It was the last time I played before Endwalker, actually.
It's the last time I played.
Me and Blue were outside the brand company office in Gridania, and we were just like, we were both in our dancer glams, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. So we
so
just
I'm in my like
crazy.
Yeah. I was in my like crazy dancer gear that's got like tats and a glowing fucking chakrams and everything. And me and Blue are just like emoting at each other, you know, as we do. And we're like doing dances back at each other because we're both playing dancer, right? And we're just having a conversation in the voice channel. We're not even paying attention.
Yeah, we're literally just like pressing buttons, but not even paying attention.
Yeah, and this little Lala comes up. This little sprout Lala comes up, starts cheering, cheers at both of us. And we like, you know, it's a Lalafell. You have to go and pet it, say, blow kisses at it and everything. And it starts dancing back and forth and blowing kisses at us. It's so sweet. It was so cute.
It was so cute. But I said to Kels, I was like, is this the Lala from the run we just did?
Yeah, that was true.
We'd just done the run in Praetorium, and they must have recognised us from just having been in the run with them, and they came over and started interacting with us, and we were like, oh, it's you!
It's you! I've had a few really wholesome Final Fantasy encounters. I was Stemwalker release. Lala supports the lesbians, correct. I was showing Narrowen around one of the new towns, one of the new cities, because I had been there before and he hadn't. I was doing my standard, like, I'll meet you at the thing and then I'll show you where all the Aether points are, because I like doing that for some reason.
It's fun.
This Aether point and this, I think I've told you the story, but I actually can't remember. This person ran up to me and like started emoting at me, and they took their helmet off, and they were an Ura, another red Ura.
Aww.
And they started like blowing kisses at each other and all this. And they sent me a whisper. They were like, "You're red." And I was like, yeah, I am. They were like, I never see other red Ura. Because only the female Zayla Ura can be literally red.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I never see them.
Aww.
Very sweet. They're on my
That's
friends
very
list now. Lala names hit different. Mic drop, 1 inch. And there's like Kay and Naren who are like, but what about canon Lala names though? Fucking Lelouch Lushu and Roman and Roman.
I sometimes see canon Lalas out there.
Yeah, I do too, to be fair. I like both meme Lala names and real Lala names.
Yeah.
They're both very good.
They're both good.
Yeah, this person that I was interacting with, the other Redura, their name was literally like Pirate Hexa. Hexa something. Oh yeah, the Tridane story is actually very cute.
Mm-hmm.
The day that Das turned into Tridane.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming Das is typing it, so I won't talk over him. Yeah, a bunny showed up that was my exact canvas flip. So like, all the parts that Das had that were white, Tridane has that are white, were brown, and all the parts that Tridane had that are brown were white.
That's
It's exactly
amazing.
opposite.
Aww. One lightly frosted, one lightly toasted.
That's the cutest way you could have put that. Toasted marshmallow. Oh yeah, and you had the same voice. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's confusing.
Yeah. Sharing a brain cell across the aether.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they them non-bin.
Nice.
Them non-binary.
Hey!
When you have max friendship, like.
Binary
just
hates
for
your guts.
Binary wants to kill you. Binary hates you with the power of gods.
Pokemon fact, Binary hates you. Zooms out to look at Ix. There are two types of non-binary.
Lizard and binary.
Are you lizard or bunny?
The two genders. Trodaine is the anti-binary. I believe that. But binary does evolve through friendship, though.
Yeah, but it's also the only Pokemon that starts with 0-based friendship when you catch it.
Other than legendaries,
Other
right?
than legendaries.
Is he with the power? Update for Puck's face. Okay. Puck face update.
He can see!
Nice!
Aww.
Oh, that's very cute.
He do that, woo!
A mischievous three face.
It's a mischief. Curls, you're being atted.
We said we put us even saying how Thane that from versus Trodaine.
Excuse me.
Fully don't remember. Remember that I said I was mad that he thought it was illegal how they looked good in alien armor? Don't think that's what you're referring to. And a lot of things. I was also getting ready to go for class. Trodaine looks good, like. Oh my god, yeah, you do have to zoom right in to even see Puck's face at all. I do this reveal? The hard thing to balance.
This is your 5-minute warning. we've had a health check because it's 11 o'clock. So, really, we should probably call it because it is 11 o'clock.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I didn't quite get all the feathers done, but I at least made a start on them because I've been telling myself I need to finish this for probably about 4 months.
Yeah.
But hey, she's got a start on them now.
Yeah. Or should we raid Jesse?
I mean, if we really want to, there's only, like, what, 5 of us?
There's only 8 of us, to be fair.
It's probably not worth it.
Mind.
I'd be more embarrassed than I think it's worth.
Okay. I'm gonna head off, gang. I will now go and read all of the 15 messages that I've had since stream. Yeah, get that money.
Naren, what the heck?
Aaron's making bank. It's a good way to end the stream.
Yeah, clearly. Jesus.
Alright, everybody.
Good night, gang. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.